the largest country by area, and it's the second most populated country in the world with over 1.2 billion people, and it might become the most populated ever. So let's find out about this country with our list on the top 10 shocking facts about India. So starting off this list, in at number 10, like we always do, India has a festival that has the largest gathering of humans from around the world. This festival is called Kumbh Mela, and it is a mass Hindu pilgrimage which people gather to bathe in a sacred or holy river. Kumbh Mela is held once every 12 years, and it is estimated that nearly 100 million people gather for this festival. This gathering is so large that you could actually see it from space. And 100 million people is way more than the population of Canada. We only have 30 million. India Railways comes into this list in at number 9. This organization has a total of 1.4 million employees, which is the equivalent to the entire population of several countries, including Trinidad and Tobago, Estonia, Cyprus, Luxembourg, Iceland, Monaco, and more. India Railways is one of the world's largest railway, comprising of 115,000 kilometers of track over a route of 67 kilometers and over 7,000 stations. This railway carries more than 22 million passengers a day, 1.1 billion tons of freight each year. Blasting its way into number 8 spot, the first rocket in India was actually transported on a bicycle. In 1963, Indian Space Research Organization launched its first rocket from Thumba Equatorial Launching Station. The rocket was so small, weighing only a few kilograms, that it could easily be transferred on a bicycle. I don't know if I would consider this as like an honor to transport this rocket back then, or a curse. And now in at number 7, New Delhi air is the most polluted in the world. The World Health Organization found that New Delhi's air is very dangerous for the lungs and could be the cause of many health concerns. The air has high levels of pollution due to toxic blend of geography growth, poor energy sources, and unfavorable weather conditions. This air pollution is directly responsible for causing thousands of excess deaths in a year in this city. Now moving into number 6, although India is a country that has multiple regional and local languages, India is ranked as the second country in the entire world that has the most English-speaking people. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. India is the second largest English-speaking country in the world. About 12% of Indians can speak English, which is about a high number of people because their population is just so large. Number 5, only 3% of Indians pay income tax. I mean, goddamn, we all gotta move down there. This is extremely low percentage when you correlate that the population of India, which is 1.2 billion people. One explanation for this is the majority of Indians, about 2/3, live in rural areas, and their sources of income is agriculture, which is a profession that is exempt from paying income tax. Another large amount of the economy is very informal or unorganized manual labor, which makes it hard for the government to track and collect all taxes. Hindi is not the national language of India, and this fact makes it into number 4. This is because there's no national language for India as declared by the Constitution of India. Currently, there are 22 official languages that are recognized in India, but each state is allowed to have their own official language based on their linguistic demographics. So what is the difference between a national language and official language? A national language would have a patriotic and nationalistic identity, whereas an official language is one which is used for communication at the official level. Now coming into number 3, India used to be an island. When dinosaurs were roaming the earth, most of what is now India was an island. It had broken off from an ancient supercontinent known as Gondwana, and it was moving slowly northwards. About 50 million years ago, the Indian continental plate collided with Asia, creating the Himalayas. Evidence of this provided from fossilized seashells that can still be found on the mountain. Moving into number 2, India has some of the most deadliest roads in the world. There are more road deaths in India than any other countries in the entire world. Officially, about 115,000 people die on Indian roads each year, but the true number of fatalities could be closer to 200,000. According to reports, 37% of deaths are pedestrians, 28% of cyclists and motorcyclists, and 55% of the fatalities occur within 5 minutes of the road incident. Did you guys know that India has the largest slave population in the modern world with over 14 million slaves? This is a sad fact, but this fact brings us into number 1. Slavery is everywhere in India, from bricklayers, rice mills, embroidery factories, quarries, and farms. Slavery also exists in brothels and privately owned homes. These people are in debt to their owners, and they're forced to repay them through endless labor. Many of these slaves are paid only enough to stay alive to work another day, and the interest rates ensure that they can never earn enough money to repay the debt. This is just so horrible and dehumanizing.